Welcome back to the channel, guys. So here I have the SH Figuarts Kiwi that just came out. This is like one of the latest releases. I believe it was a P Bandai exclusive. Finally, we get another new character besides a lot of Gokus and Vegetas and Gohans and things like that. So this is what the box art looks like. Again, this is SH Figuarts. The box art looks good. There's a character, Kiwi. A lot of people are excited for. I'm excited for, so I'll go ahead and crack this guy open and see what it looks like. So let's see what's up here. It's always exciting to finally get a release of a new character. I mean, I know we just got like Metal Cooler and like a few other releases of other characters outside of Goku, Gohan, and Vegeta for the most part. So this guy came out of left field. This is what the packaging looks like. When you guys receive your package, he'll come out of the box looking like this. So you do get an extra Vegeta faceplate here. I haven't received my Vegeta Power 2400 yet. And then you get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new head sculpts. You have 2 scouters here, and we'll see how those work. And then we have 3 pairs of hands. So that's what the packaging looks like. I'll put the box to the side. Let's see what this guy looks like out of the box here. So Kiwi is from the Namek saga. So already out of the box, I mean, obviously this is SH Figuarts, so they always do a really good job. He looks really good. Feels really good so far. The joints are pretty tight. Let's see if he'll stand up. So we'll go over the box contents first. So here is the Vegeta head sculpt that you will receive. Let me lower this light a little bit. So this is the Vegeta head sculpt. But like I said, I haven't received my Vegeta power level 2400 just yet. But this is probably the look that he does when he is blasting Kiwi in the air. He actually killed Kiwi on that episode, so that looks pretty sick. For those of us that have the Vegeta figure already, that ear comes off. I'm assuming it's for the scouter that he comes with. So that head sculpt or face sculpt looks pretty good. And then he has one extra. Oh, this is for Vegeta also. I didn't even see that down there. So this is the hand pose that goes on the Vegeta. I can't wait to receive that Vegeta, by the way. Vegeta. So these 2 items go together because this is when he's blasting Kiwi out of the sky. Unfortunately, I cannot put that on to see what that looks like. So let's go over these head sculpts first. Or actually, I'll go over the hands first and get all this stuff out of the box. So Kiwi comes with 2 open palm hands. I mean, pretty much all of these characters come with open palm hands. So this is what it looks like. Pretty good detail. The color is the same color as his gloves, which is like it's kind of like an off-white. So that looks pretty good. And then he has 2 palm, kind of like, well, half open palms. So that looks good also. And he comes complete with 2 scouters. Here's one of the scouters. Maybe I can put the light up just one more notch. So here's one of the scouters here. That looks pretty clean. The detail and things like that. We'll see how this works in a second. And then obviously the other scouter. So we'll see what the differences are putting these 2 on. The hookups or the plugins look a little slightly different. So here is his, I guess you could call it like a laughing face. That looks pretty good. He's got the, kind of like his antennas coming out of his chin. The little dots in his head look pretty good. There was like there's a customizer, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but he was selling Kiwi head sculpts, but you know, it was only the head sculpt itself, then you would have to customize the rest of the figure. So it's good that we have a full Kiwi release. Probably not good for him, but good for the collectors out there, especially those that don't know how to customize yet. So here's the next face. He's kind of like shocked looking. And this is probably when Vegeta powers up. I see that this ear can come off. We'll see how that works in a second. This is kind of like the laughing face when he thought Vegeta was playing games, but he was not. The detail looks pretty sick in there. The line work is good. I think that SH Figuarts and Tamashii Nations are like kind of catching on to all the customizers and how well they're doing the details. So this ear is not detachable. And then well, not last, but this is the face that he makes when Vegeta kind of makes him explode in the air, or right before he explodes. The detail looks nice. The eyes are kind of like the Simpsons, but good detail there. And then last but not least, we have the actual figure. So this is his last face. Probably gonna be messing with this light a little bit here. This is what the last face looks like. Again, it's like a smirking face. He's got good details in the horns on his head, I guess you could call those. I'm looking at the figure all the way through. Let me take this plastic off real quick. This one even has plastic in the neck. That's interesting. Let's take this out of here. So looking at the figure all the way through, he has kind of like the shiny finish for his armor. It looks like it's more of like a dark blue. It's not black. There's no shading in the brown pieces. This is just black plastic. And then his boots were like a light green. So that looks like light green paint over white, possibly. And then this brown part is painted in. This is brown plastic. And this is also brown plastic. And then for the flaps here, yeah, so not much shading in the figure, but that's not bad at all. This figure looks really good and it feels good in hand, so we'll go over some articulation. He can look down, not too far. Let me get this stuff out of the way. He looks down about that far. He can look up very far when you get his neck to tilt back. So that's forward, that's backwards. He's got some side to side tilt, which is very good. This can go on a full 360. These flaps lift up. These arms, the joints are kind of tight, but not too bad. They can go all the way around. His shoulders can go up all the way. That's really good articulation there. He's got the bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows are looking nice. And then these butterfly joints look like, yeah, they go far. So these butterfly joints are a lot like Zarbon, if you guys have that figure. And I think Captain Ginyu has these also, but these butterfly joints allow you to go out like really far. But these flaps kind of hinder it going down. It looks kind of funky, but if you guys want to get him in a pose kind of like going across his chest, yeah, he can go all the way. So that's really good. Moving down to his ab crunch. Oh my gosh, this is like the most ab crunch I've ever. That's a lot of ab crunch. There's like a hinge in there. Damn, that goes down like really far. It goes far, but it leaves that giant gap there. So for all the people that like to pose their figures in many different ways, you can do it. But he doesn't crunch back much, so that might be your downfall there. This can get like a bit of a swivel. That's about it. These flaps go up. His waist can go on a full 360. Those flaps go up due to having to do the splits. But these flaps here kind of hinder that, so, but that's okay. His splits go forward and backward pretty far. He's got the thigh swivel and the double jointed knees. And then down here, you guys can see the peg on the inside. So this can go on a full 360. Oh, that came off. Oh my god, I'm glad that didn't break, but you guys can see how that does come off there. You just pop that back in, no problem. And then you have a toe hinge. So again, his boots are green, but his gloves are like an off-white. So that's articulation for Kiwi. Again, this is a pretty interesting figure. I like it, it's different. We'll go over some height here. So this is him standing. His feet are kind of like Vegeta's. I do have a Vegeta here, and we could do a comparison before I start swapping out some of this stuff. So his height, he stands about almost 6 inches. So that's what, like 5.5 plus another quarter there. If you do it in centimeters, he's standing about, yeah, so you guys can see it there. The numbers speak for themselves. So anyway, height comparison compared to a couple of figures here. So here's him standing next to Bardock. Here is him standing next to a old armor Vegeta that I customized, but it's pretty much the same height as Vegeta. And here he is next to Gohan from the same arc. The height comparison, I believe, scales well. Tamashii Nation's SH Figuarts always does a good job with that. And then here he is next to Captain Ginyu, so it looks good. And we're mostly gonna put him next to Vegeta anyway. This is, you know, my filler until we get the actual release. P Bandai just put up the pre-order for that, but this is how he stands against this Vegeta. Or I'm sorry, he actually goes with the power level 2400. So those are your height comparisons. Now we'll see how some of this stuff works here. This is what the head peg looks like. It has a bigger peg, and that makes for better articulation. So I actually like when they have like larger pegs like that. So we'll see which scouter goes to what here. This ear hole is a little bit smaller, so we'll see if this scouter, but yeah. So this scouter fits on this straightforward face, and that's what he looks like with this scouter. That looks pretty sick. I'm gonna put this head right here and see if these other ears are different. This scouter. Yeah, so I see the difference now. So this scouter hole is kind of bigger. So this scouter is gonna fit in this face, if that makes sense. And this is what he looks like with this head on and this scouter. So he's kind of looking shocked, right? And that looks pretty dope. And then, actually, yeah, so those are the only ears that come off, are those two. None of the other ears come off on the other faces. But I'll do a head swap of the other faces, and then we could go back to the scouters in a second. So this is him with the kind of like laughing face. And here is the grinning face. That looks really good. And then if you guys are gonna post him being exploded by Vegeta, this face looks kind of funky, but I don't know what position his body was in when he was like that, but just imagine him like that. And I think that looks pretty cool. It's different when you're displaying your stuff on your display area. You can definitely get some contrast there. Look like they're in action poses. So I actually like this face. I'll probably pose him like that. This face looks good as well. So we'll leave this face on for a second, and then we'll look at these arm pegs. Let's just drop the scouter. So when you guys do get your figure in hand, you'll see that the peg holes are different. One is facing kind of like parallel, and the other one is horizontal as far as like the little pegs go. So this is what the pegs look like. They're kind of bigger. And then we'll pop in a blasting effect hand here before we close out. So to get a cool little pose. And this is SH Figuarts Kiwi. Again, this was a P Bandai exclusive. I could leave the link up for Premium Bandai's website. Hopefully they still have some in stock, or if not, then you guys could always type in Kiwi SH Figuarts to see if you guys can find them from other toy sellers. So if you feel like this video was helpful, you can go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to keep an eye out for my next videos to come, you can go ahead and subscribe. If you want to watch me stack the rest of these figures, there you go. Until then, thank you for watching.